Creativity is so important to me because it feeds my soul, and I feel like there's a part in our souls that needs to be fueled, and that's why I love the fine arts. My name is Josh Valjan. I am an artist and an author. I have been drawing and painting since I was 15 years old. So I'm originally from New York City. I grew up in Queens. Now I currently live in Florida and I love it down here. Florida just has like a laid-back lifestyle. But anyway, while I was in high school, I really got more into drawing and painting. And I took drawing and painting class for 3 years. I loved it. There was something that painting and drawing just, it feeds my soul. Whenever I would draw and paint, it just like, I kind of just tuned everything out. And I was just like in my happy place. And I was like, I don't know what's gonna come of this, but it makes me happy, so I'm sticking with it. So like throughout the years, like now I'm 29 and just on and off just drawing and painting and just becoming better with my craft and refining it and learning new techniques, buying better tools, better paint, to just really, you know, because the fine arts, like, it's a discipline. So I spend, you know, hours just sitting and listening to music and drawing and painting. Painting can be hard. Same thing with drawing, because you're starting with a blank canvas. Sometimes whenever I start a new piece, I'm kind of hesitant because I'm like, I don't know, like, if I can do this. And then you just start sketching it out. Because I always sketch out my my paintings first. I sketch them out in pencil and then I add the paint. And yeah, it's so nice that I have my own online art gallery now. And just like I've been working on it so much just within the past year alone. So it's nice to just be able to like fuel my passion of the arts and also to share it with others. So welcome to my bedroom / art studio. This is a very tiny space. I'm actually moving into the bigger bedroom next door, but I've been here for like a year and a half. And it's just amazing what you can create in such a tiny space. You know, a lot of people think that like, oh, like I don't have, you know, money for supplies, or I don't have enough space for an art studio. And, you know, you kind of just have to work with what you have, work with what you can afford in your budget, and also work with the space that you have. You really just have to discipline yourself and sit down. And that's what I did with this painting. So this lion painting is an oil painting. I did the base with acrylic. And then on top of it is oil. And it took me 3 months to finish this lion painting. Every piece of this painting was painted with, you know, passion and intention. I wanted a lot of focus on the eyes. I was like testing out different colors with the eyes to make sure I got it how I want it. And in the art world, like when we see things that are symmetrical, in our mind, like it's like it has this sense of beauty to it. And that's what I love about this painting. It has this like fierce look, but there's also like beauty and this calmness to it. But yeah, I just have to glaze it, and then it'll give it like, it'll protect the painting. There's different like glazes, varnishes you can use. I have one in particular, I just have to order more. But anyway, so this is where I keep all my paint. So I have, this is like my art toolbox. I have paint, pencils, my sketchbook, which is full. I have to order a new one. I have like all these brushes. I have art gloves. I need new ones. I'm gonna order new ones online. It's so important to paint with gloves on, just because I like it, because painting is very messy. For artists out there, you know, and it's just like, yeah, you can wash your hands after. I just like painting with gloves on, but I have a trick. So when I put my gloves on, I actually use the gloves like a dual purpose. I use it as a blending. So like if you can see on the lion painting, like I put on my gloves and I blended the outer edges to give it like this 3D rendering look, like to blend in the shadows. These are my oil paints, and I also have acrylics here. I usually get them in the multi-pack, but like these, like I got bigger bottles for this particular painting. And you also want to get like paint like white, black, depending on what project you're working with. But I love oil paint because it's so flexible. It's very easy to blend. But yeah, so this is my art studio. Some people are kind of just born with this like creative edge to them, and drawing and painting was like that for me. It just kind of came natural, and I just refined it throughout the years. It puts me in my happy place, and I'm like, when you do something that makes you happy and then you find out how to monetize it, you can like live a fulfilling life because you're pursuing your passion, but also you're making a living off of it too. And it's just something you have to really stick with. My advice to anyone starting out is just to start, because a lot of people are so hesitant just to get started. Like, they think, oh, I can never be like a successful artist. You have to really know your worth and give yourself, self-love and self-care, but also reprogram your mind that you can do this. You just have to really stick with something. Pick one thing, whatever is drawing and painting or music or acting, just pick one thing and just focus on that, and something good will come of it. You just have to stick with it and really discipline yourself. Growing up, I kind of had like, not a rough upbringing, but just kind of a different and interesting one. And right now, like, as a gay man, like, I don't have much of a support system. I have, a few friends that are really supportive, and I have a support system at my college, but I also have myself too. And never stop believing in yourself and knowing your worth. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm like, Josh, like, you made it through the other day and you're working towards your goals every day. And when I have no one to motivate me, I have to motivate myself. I have to get out of bed every morning and just go like work towards my goals every day. And the older I'm getting, like, things do get better. You just have to take actions to make your life better. So that would be my advice for people. And if you don't have a support system, be your own support system, but also reach out to people in the community and kind of build that support system over time. But just know yourself and who you are and value that. And you gotta kind of motivate yourself to keep going, but also have that community with you as well. So right now I have my online art gallery at thevaljanartcollection.com. So it's charcoal drawings, oil paintings, acrylic paintings, and my photography. I've worked so hard to build this online art gallery, and eventually I want to have like a brick and mortar physical art gallery. And I've applied to like art competitions. I've sent in my work to be in like other galleries, and it's so hard when other galleries decline your work, because you feel worthless, you feel like your art isn't good enough. But you have to get out of that negative self-talk, because you have to see the own value in your artistic abilities. In my head, I was just like, you know what? All these art galleries are rejecting my work, so you know what? I'm just gonna open my own art gallery one day. So I'm like working every day to eventually get there. And you just have to, have goals and where you want to go, and you'll eventually, find your path. So yeah, if you guys want to know more about me, there's so much. I'm also an author. I've written 5 books that I have published. A lot of it is, self-help, but I also write about my experiences growing up. My teenage years and 20s were some of the toughest moments of my life, and I really went through a lot of struggles. And sometimes it's hard being like open and vulnerable, but it's part of my past. But sharing that with people, I can connect with people, and just by sharing my story and be like, hey, like, don't feel alone, because like I went through all this stuff and survived. You can check out my books on Amazon. They're available for purchase. Some of them are an ebook, and I also have print editions as well. But I hope you guys enjoy my story. I hope you get some laughs from it, because there's some things that I went through, like, you can't make this shit up kind of thing. So yeah, and I also have a fictional novel that I wrote. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that, and feel free to connect with me. You can just contact me by email or go on my website, and then just look at my books on Amazon. And I hope you guys enjoy reading them. If you want to reach out to me, just feel free to contact me with any like recommendations on like art or getting started, or even like publishing your own book, because I again, you know, was rejected from publishing agencies for publishing my books. So I did it on my own. So if you want more information on that, just feel free to contact me. I'd be glad to help you guys. And yeah, hope to hear from you soon.